Well, good morning and welcome back to Life the Wild Ride. We have not spent a lot of time on this bus, probably for a month, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, we have putted around with like the countertop stuff. We have that in the shop that's waiting to be sanded. I think I released a video on that. But for the most part, we just haven't had time. Just been busy. And last week we decided we were going to take a day, or at least a good part of a day, and spend out here and try to get a bunch of stuff done. So we got out here not far after 6 o'clock this morning. It's still kind of chilly here in Maine, but we're gonna get some work done. What we've done to start off is just basically some cleaning. The bus is a mess. I mean, there was stuff everywhere. So we've got it opened up now a little bit. Tools in the back, supplies put away, garbage is out, and now we're gonna get started. And I think what we're gonna do is I'll take you to the back here and show you what we're gonna do. So there is obviously a ton of unfinished projects on the bus here, everywhere. And what we've decided, we talked about, is I'm going to start in the back here, and basically with this door, and I'm going to finish framing it, put the piece across the top here, put panel, and trim out the door. So I'm going to get that door trimmed out, and I'm just going to move forward with trim work. I got to trim these out, what Tracy's pointing. That's got to be trimmed so it can be painted. Then I'm going to be trimming the closet door, the bathroom door, and then we'll go from there. But we figure if we start with that, we can at least complete, a bunch of the trim work. As far as these cabinets, I've showed videos on those. They're all in. The doors, I have a lot of it pre-cut, but I think we're going to wait until, again, this is a slow build. We're going to go through another winter with this not complete. So I think I'm going to build the doors for all of these cabinets this winter and stop doing inside stuff because we're into the nice weather here in Maine. So we're going to spend the time out here on the bus, busting out as much as possible. And any of those things that can be built inside the shop during the bad weather times of year, that's what we'll do. And we have finally ironed down, after going back and forth, what we want to do. This was originally going to be just a counter here, but we're going to be putting a regular apartment-sized fridge, not a big one, like a little apartment-sized fridge. We're going to go with the 12-volt. We hemmed and hawed back and forth. So now I can finally complete this side. We're going to build a cabinet for the fridge. There'll be a microwave over the top, microwave/convection oven, then the counter, a stove top, and of course cabinetry like we've already talked about. But we've been kind of up in the arms about this. That's why it's like still unfinished. And then of course we have these cabinets here, and I think you've seen the update on this cabinet. The tank is in. I guess this video is going to be an update video too, and then we're going to get to work. And I'll probably do some time lapse on some of the stuff and show you little bits and pieces along the way. So that's where we're at. And once we get all that trimmed out back there, all we have to build in the bedroom is the bed and a cabinet on that side. So those will be two pretty good sized builds, and we might actually start on that today too, at least the cabinet. We'll see how far we get doing this trim work and stopping for other things and obligations we need to do. Alright, so we're going to try to get to it. Stick around. So I'm working on getting this curve here, and what I've done is put a board up there. I won't be able to hold this, but to get the curve correct, I've had Tracy holding the board. She's not here at the moment. She just cut me a piece, and then I just took something like this on the ceiling, and then with that board up here, I just draw along, and this top board follows the contour of the ceiling, and the pencil is leaving the line on the trim board that we're going to put up. So by doing that a couple times, and you can see there's still a line there, that's how we created that line to get the right curvature of the bus. So we got to make one more cut, and then we'll have a trim. This is just a template for making the actual one that's going to go here, and then we'll put the side pieces down and we'll go from there. How's it coming?
Good.
So Tracy is sanding the trim boards here, the edges where I made the cuts that are going to go on here. We already fit them in, they fit good, so she's going to sand them, then we'll install them, and then this will be done. Now what I did here, you can see I got this curve done, and it's in place. It's pretty close, so we're happy with it, and because we trimmed out the inner part as well, so these will cap this off. So while she's doing that, I'm working on starting to get the trims boards ready for these here. Alright, I'm going to just give you a quick update here. We got some trim work up here. We got some trim work here in the back side of the opening to the bedroom. And we're now working around the bathroom opening here, trimming this up, working. We haven't got the trim on the front here yet. What we've mainly been working on is the step into the bathroom. Sorry about the sun, it's coming through our skylight, so it's really bright. So this is, there we go, red oak. And I put a 3/4 inch board under it to raise it up so we can account for the flooring that's going to go in here too. This is just a subfloor, so when we put the flooring in, it'll bring it up to where it needs to be. But this is a nice solid piece of wood. It'll be kind of an accent piece because there's no other red oak in here at the moment. But again, it's scrap stuff that I had. And then what we'll do is finish trimming out the you know, the bathroom door opening all around with that size there. So that's kind of what we're working on. So this is a nice piece of heavy duty red oak. You're going to be stepping on this all the time. You know, at the edge of these things here always wear out, start looking crappy. So this will hold up pretty good, hopefully. Better than pine wood for sure. That would just chip off and be junk in no time. So pretty happy I found this piece. And now we're just going to cut the boards to trim it out, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here on this trim project. And probably going to start the next video with the cabinet in the bedroom. So let's just show you quickly what we accomplished so far today. You know, we started in the back here. We got that trim all up around this door. We did the trim on the inside, so basically it's finished now as far as in the bedroom side. Not painted, but finished up. Then we worked on what Tracy's pointing right there, all that trim on both sides. So that's all up. And then we worked on the bathroom here and trim this out. So we're on the fence on this. We did go narrower for a couple reasons. One's a narrow door. Not sure if we're going to leave it. Probably will. Once we get the door in, we'll know for sure. But we put the step plate in here, which is the red oak. So that come out nice. And then we've been on this side trimming out the closet. So we got this all trimmed out. Now I don't know if you guys know, but when I constructed this, the main beam here had a slight bow to it. I couldn't correct it. So we corrected it with the trim. We squared everything off when we put the trim up, so you don't even see that bow anymore. There's a little space here in behind and on the other side, but we made the correction trimming it out so we can build a square door and not have a problem. So there's always a way to fix things. When you're building in a bus, nothing is square, nothing is level. When you can't really use a level, so it's a challenge. So you have to find ways around things. So that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, that's what we got done today. Tracy did a bunch of the sanding, so this stuff is ready to paint. We're not going to paint yet. I think we're going to start in the bedroom here on that cabinet. What do you think?
Good idea. That's all you got.
Hey, she said something. All right. Well, hey, thanks for swinging by Life the Wild Ride, and we'll see you
Can't even talk.
next time. Hey, there's a lot going on. Bye.
Bye.